Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? Welcome back to the Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show that's supernatural, super awesome, Third Eye. Why ask why? Why wouldn't you want a third eye? And I am your always effervescent host, Never, a.k.a. Dan the T-shirt guy. And it's Wednesday again, or at least it should be Wednesday when you're seeing this. I'm really sorry about the sparsity and off schedule. I'm really working on that. So that means we review the movies. And today's movie is The Mummy. It is an hour and 50 minutes. I didn't get to see all of it. I missed the opening credits and the closing things. There was some personal matters I had to deal with. So the movie didn't seem that long for me. I hope that there's not a lot of things that I've missed over that I didn't get to see. It's an action-adventure fantasy film. It is rated PG-13, which I can see why there's a little bit of violence and a little bit of graphic violence, as well as monsters. Alex Kurtzman was the director. I haven't seen very many of his films, so I don't know. He sounds familiar. Cast first build only because we can't cover everybody. Tom Cruise, who is, I believe, 50-something now and looking great as Nick Morton. Russell Crowe as Dr. Henry Jekyll. I was really hoping they'd get, the older ones, the characters were normal, but the stuff was weird. And I don't know. There was a lot of fantastical stuff going on with his character. Annabelle Waits as Jenny Hensley. One of the characters she's almost endearing, but not endearing enough that you kind of want to see. You want her to Sofia Boutella. I always have trouble with names. As Amhuhat, I think that's how you pronounce her. Jake Johnson as Chris Vale. Courtney B. Vance as Colonel Greenway. Mike Marwin Kenzie as Mahalk, I believe. Simon Atherton as Crusader. Stephen Thompson as First Man. James Arma as Second Man. Matthew Wilkes as Reporter. Soma Kapla as Reporter. Sean Cameron Michael as an Archaeologist. Ren Kemptington as Construction Manager. And Enrol Ismail as Amhuat's Warrior. Production companies were Universal Pictures Presents. Dark Universe, Perfect World in association with Sean Daniel Company and Secret Hideout. Our distributor here in the good old US of A, America, was Universal Pictures. Special effects were Factory VFX, Clear Angle Studios, Double Negative, Futura VFX, Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, woohoo! Star Wars, Lola Visual Effects, Moving Picture Company, MPC, and Proof. There's a whole bunch else that I won't cover because I know you guys get bored with this, and this is the boring part. But right now we'll get into what I think about the movie. It's extremely campy for my taste, but I was glad that it was campy and not in a bad way. I like the fact that they've departed from the, what was his name? Brandon Fraser mummy movies. I mean, there was a lot of good ones and a lot of bad ones in that one. And the Mummy and the Mummy Returns. One of my biggest problems with this movie is there was a lot of spoilers to avoid for this. Preview spoilers and stuff where they had cast narrating the action sequences. And I don't want to see that. As a movie reviewer, that taints me. That I just don't know. It's kind of a so-so start to the whole Dark Universe monster movies thing, but it's a good story. I don't understand why Rotten Tomatoes didn't like it. It's only got a 16%. I liked it. It was campy. It wasn't over actiony, and the action sequences that I did get to see were great. I just don't understand what people didn't like in this one. Sometimes campy is good. Sometimes you can't make a scary movie, make it campy. This reminded me of old Universal. There was good effects, great dialogue, the cast was good. What more could you want? I feel that people were overly critical of this movie. I like good monster movies. I like campy monster movies too. It's not like it was bad. I guess that's just Alex Kurtzman's style is campy. It is a good film. There isn't a bad way to do a mummy movie unless you do it over the top. And this one wasn't over the top. And it was definitely a departure from the Brendan Fraser movies, which is good. I mean, seriously. There was over the top, and then there was ridiculously over the top, which was a big problem. There were some technical goofs. I did really want, I'm not CinemaSins. I'm not here to point out some of the things, but I do know a few things about planes and how they work. And usually windows in the front of planes are not made with plexiglass, and they don't break when birds hit them. Also, the levels inside a C-130, you cannot hear people and you cannot have conversations inside a big plane like that. It's like a giant vibrating, well, it'd be like snuggling with a diesel engine that's running. And that... it's a campy movie. You're going to have some of these things happen, but, they could have sped through that scene and done other things, I think, or at least given the cast headsets, a wireless headset. It would have made more sense. There's not much to complain about in this movie. It is campy, but it's not a bad campy. So that said, do I see this as a future TV watch? Most definitely. Do I see this as a DVD buy? I definitely want to add this to my collection. It's going on the list. Just because I think this will probably be the last time that we see Tom Cruise in something. He's getting really up there, although he looks really good, but he's 50-something years old. High action just doesn't suit him anymore. Do I see this as a theater watch? I want to because I got interrupted. But only time and tide will tell, loves, because basically the budget is super tight. So let's roll into this. If you like what you see in here, please click that like button down below. It means ever so much to me. Also, if you can, YouTube ad apocalypse is going on. If you can click that donation button and reach down your hand in your pocket and pull out a little hope for me. It is very hard right now, and I am very much struggling to bring you this stuff, to bring you good videos. Also remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. Tell me your fantasies, your realities, your fan fictions, your problems. It might be nice to have someone who listens. I'm willing to. And just remember to keep it real. I can smell a lie like a fart in a smart car. And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye.